just before we come, as we do our strap practice this morning, I'm going to have my head facing the camera so that you can see leg position. But what I really want to emphasize, because I'm not there physically with you, is when we take our leg out to the side, again, we just don't let it flop, and we don't let the hips flop. It's very hard on your sacrum. So whatever degree the leg is extended, I'd like you to keep the other leg bent and extended to the same degree. Why? Because I want your hip points at all times to be level. So that's the cue here. We're not going to roll over when we bring the leg across the body, other knee in. Okay, so again, the same angle. Normally we have a leg extended, but because I can't see you with the leg extended, sometimes we have the tendency to roll. So pay particular attention to the hip points, okay? And let me make sure we're muted here. Yeah, James, okay. Mute on, okay. All right. So just to begin, again, let's come onto our backs. Support maybe underneath the shoulders just to begin. Something underneath the head to support the head. Legs in constructive rest or butterfly. So you decide here what feels good in the opening position. And then just gently close down the eyes. Let yourself arrive to your mat, to your practice, to your breath. So just begin. Gentle breath in and out the nose. Maybe constrict the throat for that ujjayi sound so that the mind can center in on the body and the breath and not the to-do lists or whatever we have going on in the day. So just be here. Take a few breaths. Think about that human junk drawer we call that huge joints, our hips, our pelvis. What do we want to clear out today out of that junk drawer? And we'll do it with the straps, which is a very controlled hamstring, inner thigh, hip opening. So just a few more breaths, bringing awareness to that area of the body this morning. And remembering that the whole upper body, as we move through our legs, is going to be at rest. So we don't want to tense the shoulders up by the ear. We don't want to have a death grip on our strap. We want the whole upper body to relax, the breath to be fluid, the mind to be clear. 2 more full rounds of breath. And in whatever position the legs are in, just bring the knees to center, roll to one side, remove whatever props are underneath you. Come back to lay onto your back body. Let's take that full body stretch here. Fingers to toes. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Give them a squeeze. Take a rock along the low back. Holding the left knee in, let the right knee just kind of fall out to the side, and we're just going to do just some really gentle circles down and around with that right knee. So in towards the chest, out towards the right, and down, just working the synovial fluid right in the hip joints. Reverse that. And then we'll draw the right knee in and we'll switch it. So holding right knee in, let the left knee just fall to the left, down towards the bottom of the mat and back in. Gentle rotations right into the left hip joint. And then reverse that. Take it the opposite way, nice and slow, working right into that left hip. And then we'll plant the left foot on the mat. The knee is bent. Grabbing for your strap. Take the strap around the right ball mound of the foot. And just don't throw the leg up. Nice and slow here. Lifting up, let the heel lead the way. And just come to any degree of bend in the knee. It doesn't have to be straight. Slide the hands down the strap so that the back of the arms rest gently on your mat. And we're just going to begin to pulse here. So just look at the angle, the degree of bend from your knee to your torso. And then gently draw that thigh in closer to the chest. And then let it go back. So just back and forth, nice and easy. Every time I say that now, I think of Tina Turner. Nice and easy. So the left knee is bent, the belly is engaged, and the upper body is free, no tension. And then draw the thigh in now. We're going to hold. So any degree. Just pause there with your breath. Lift that heel maybe a little higher towards the ceiling, toes pointing down towards your face. Notice your breath. So as you begin to open up the back of the leg and work into the back of the glutes, tendency might be to restrict the breath. See if you can just keep your inhales and your exhales equal and fluid. Release the leg, let it go back to whatever that normal position is. And last time, draw it back in. Shoulders soft. Now taking the strap into the right hand, we're going to, nice and slow, take the right leg off to the right. So it's a controlled movement. We're holding on to the strap and the back of the right arm is resting like a kickstand on the floor. Whatever that degree of bend here in the angle of the right leg, I'd like you to drop the left leg out as well. So again, it's a leveling through the low back, leveling through the hip points. A stretch into the inner thigh on both sides. So maybe you just bring the left hand to the inner thigh on the left as the right leg drops over, controlled to the right. We're going to be here for 5 rounds of breath. So just let the body sink in here. Press that right heel away, toes on a diagonal. See where you can release. Everything's supported here. The mat has your back. The strap has your leg. Take one more full deep breath. And with the leg extended like it is, see if you can draw it towards that right shoulder just a bit. And then see if you can relax there. Take one more full round of breath. And then nice and slow, we're going to release that left knee to come back up as the right leg comes back up. Strap into both hands now. Again, slide the hands down so that the shoulders and the back of the arms rest, and draw the thigh in closer to the chest. Again, extending the heel extends the whole back of the ankle, length through the calf, and length through the hamstring. Full breath. Now, if you can keep the leg where you have it drawn in, take the strap into the left hand. Now, here's where we're going to crisscross the knees. So as we bring the right leg across the body, maybe if you were looking at the clock to 10 o'clock, we're going to take that left knee, looking at a clock, to 2 o'clock. So draw the belly in, soften the shoulders, right leg comes across the body. At the same time, left knee comes across. Okay, so here we're beginning to open up the IT band, the outer hip still wrapping around the glute. But if you'll notice, hip points and the low back stay level. Again, if you press through that right heel, and you intensify the stretch, and again, toes are still pointing down the shin towards the face. Soften the shoulders. Take a full breath. As you drop that right leg a little bit further, the left knee falls a little bit further. So just let the opening happen. Press through that heel, toes point down, the shin towards your face. On your next inhale, right leg comes back to center. Left knee comes back to point towards the ceiling. The strap goes back into both hands, and see if there's any more room to draw the thigh in closer to the ribs. Heel presses away. Use your breath here. Soften where you can soften. And we'll put the strap back into the right hand, maybe bringing the hand up closer to the foot now. We're going to find that half happy baby. So bending into the knee, draw the foot down. Knee comes to the outside of the ribs. Left knee is still pointing towards the ceiling. Hips are level. One more breath here. And then we're just going to draw that ankle across the body to rest on the left thigh. Keep the right foot flexed, just helps to protect the knee. I move my strap into the left hand because I'm going to use my right hand now to gently encourage the right knee away from the body. Take it slow, big opening around that hip joint. And then using my right hand, I'm going to draw that left knee in towards my chest, towards that left shoulder, hug it in, getting a big stretch through the right glute. And then gently releasing that, send the knee back away one last time here. And then we'll release that right ankle, draw the knee back into the chest, release the strap, draw the knee in. And again, make the circles with the knee. So the knee goes out to the side, down and around. 3, maybe circles this way. And 3, the opposite. And then plant the right foot. Draw the left knee in. Give it a squeeze here. Take the strap around the left ball mount now, and nice and slow without just kicking the leg up. Mindful movements. Heel goes up towards the ceiling. This is a different side, different muscles. So take it to where you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. It doesn't have to be straight. Slide the hands down the strap so that the shoulders and the back of the arms rest on your mat. Keep a nice flex in that foot, sending the heel higher, the toes pointing down, the shins to the face. And then here, just begin that pulsing, drawing that leg in closer to the body, and then back to the starting position. So maybe right off the bat, you might notice this leg, left leg, might be a little bit tighter than the right. So we just use that information as we work through the hamstring and the hip stretch. Last time, maybe draw now the thigh in close. Again, no death grip on the strap. Hold here, press the heel away and the toes point down. 3 breaths. Upper body, face, everything's relaxed here. Heel goes higher. And then we'll take the strap into the left hand and very gently, left leg is going to extend over, control to the left as the right knee opens up to the right. So again, just notice your hip points and the space between your sit bones here, nice and level. So come to that place, send that left heel away, toes again, straight in the shin, thigh, towards your face. Maybe the right hand helps just rest on the right thigh, soften the shoulders. Use your breath here to just let the body release into the stretch. Back of the arm on the left side, like a kickstand, holding the strap, holding the weight of the leg. And just breathe. Two more full breaths. If you have the right hand resting on the right thigh, go ahead and release that. And we're going to bring both the left leg and the right knee back to center. Take the strap in both hands. Again, press through the heel, draw the thigh in closer to the chest. Pause there. Keep pressing through that heel. And then placing the strap in the right hand, we're going to take the left leg across the body. At the same time, right knee is going to come towards the left. So both legs crossing the center line of the body. But again, hips are level, shoulders are soft, heel presses away, toes again, right down the midline of the shin. 3 breaths. Soften here to open up the IT band and the left glute. Use your breath It will allow you to go deeper. Two more breaths here. Releasing this, left leg comes back to center as the right knee comes back to point to the ceiling. The strap comes into both hands. Slide those hands down the strap so that the arms rest as you pull the thigh in a little bit closer. Heel presses up, toes spread and point down. And if you can hold the position here of the thigh, take the strap into the left hand and bend into that left knee. We'll find that half happy baby on this side. So maybe the hand comes closer to the foot with the strap. Bring that left knee down towards the outside of the ribs. And on your next inhalation, left ankle is going to come across the body to rest on the right thigh. Keep a nice flex here in that left foot. Left hand will gently press the left knee gently away from the body and hold that stretch around the hip. Releasing the hand now, allow the left knee to fall in towards the chest, maybe help guide it over towards, pointing towards that right shoulder. Hold here, again, allowing that piriformis to stretch. And then return the knee back to that figure four shape. And last time, gently knee away from the body. And then we'll release, take that strap back into both hands. Gently now, left leg goes back towards the ceiling. Draw it in towards the chest. And then let it come back to that 90 degree, that perpendicular to the body. Pick up that right foot and just bring it into the strap here with the left foot. Slide the hands down the strap one more time, relax through the shoulders, and then draw both thighs in closer to the chest. So maybe the feet come up more overhead. But again, notice, are you pressing the heels away so that you've got this nice long stretch? Deep breath. We're going to find that floating cobbler. So keeping the feet in there, just bring the soles of the feet so that they're kind of coming together. Bend into the knees. Maybe you wrap the strap here around the hands as you draw the heels in. So again, the back of my arms are resting, knees right and left. And then we'll release one last time. Legs go up nice and long. Draw the thighs into the chest. And then bend both knees. Bring the feet down to the mat. Release the strap. Keep it with you though. We're going to use it here in just a second. Take a moment to walk the feet wide and just a couple windshield wipers here. So rinse out the hips and the low back. Next time knees are right, let's hold them to the right. Pick up that right ankle, set it on the outside of the left thigh. Maybe slide that left foot down just a bit. Let the weight of the right ankle bring again some length to the outside of the left leg. Releasing that, come back, knees up. Line the hips back up level and just again, windshield wiper back and forth. And we'll take it all over to the left now. Hold knees left. Left ankle rises and rests on the outside of the left right thigh. And gently release again. Bring the hips back level. Windshield wiper side to side. And then we're just going to roll over to one side and bring ourselves to a seat. Again, I'm going to encourage you to use your towel or something to help prop the sit bones up, just to give you a little bit more room in the low back. Extend your legs forward, give them a shake. Take those thumbs right into the hip crease. And then working down the thighs, just squeeze in all the way to the calves. Flex the feet, maybe a little bit of a fold. You can get to the ankles and then work yourself back up. Take a slight bend into the knees so that you can take the strap around both feet. Slide the hands back as you straighten out the legs. So again, the feet are flexed, the toes are spread wide. Slide your hands down the strap so that you can come to a nice tall seat. And then wrapping that strap around your hands, come into a seated forward fold. Any amount, but we don't want to round through the spine. So using the strap to help the leverage, just bring yourself down enough so that when you pause, you might feel the stretch through the back of the legs, but I want you to feel maybe how it might wrap around the glute to work its way into a stretch into the low spine, the low back. And pause there. And use your breath. And let the body receive the invitation maybe to come a little bit deeper. To draw the belly in. 3 rounds of breath here in stillness. And again, just like what we did on our backs, we're going to kind of bring the soles of the feet together, right? Knees wide, use the straps to draw the heels in closer to the body. Coming into our butterfly pose. So pausing here, and maybe here, we place the elbows on the inside of the knees. We use that strap to help us maintain a really tall spine. And we use the elbows to maybe open up through the hips just a little bit more. 5 rounds of breath. Nice, easy, fluid breath. Spine long, belly engaged. Gently now, release any effort in the elbows so that the knees can come back in together. We're going to release the right foot, but we're going to keep it tucked into that left thigh. The strap stays around that left foot, left leg kind of out to the side. So if you need to support underneath that right thigh, grab your block or blanket. Otherwise, allow that right knee to just relax and fall out. Both hands come to the strap again around the ball mound, the heel pressing down and away, the toes pointing down that shin. Same thing. We're going to just lower down. This time, chest comes to thighs. When we were on our back, it was just the opposite. So use your strap as a little bit of leverage to draw yourself down, straight spine, heart to toes, no bending. 3 rounds of breath. To come out, lift the torso first. Take a slight bend into that left knee as you draw it in. And we'll just switch sides. So strap around the right foot. Left foot stays in. Right leg kind of on a diagonal. Send the torso to come towards that thigh. Use your strap here. Big breath in, belly draws in, gives you lots more room here. Draw yourself down, now belly to thigh. Left knee is relaxing. So if you need support there, you're not holding up that inner thigh at all. Let that left knee relax. This is all about the stretch through the back of the leg, through the low back. Heart to toes. Look past your toes here. 3 breaths. Drawing the belly in. See if there's a softening here that you can deepen just a bit. We'll lift the torso first, slight bend into the right leg. Bring yourself now, leg across to a nice seated position. And one last thing. Again, a big stretch through the outer hips. We're going to just take a seated forward fold. So bringing the hands down to the mat, walking yourself forward. As you walk yourself forward, come on to tented fingers. Draw the belly in. Nice long straight spine here. Maybe you feel the tailbone all the way up the spine. See if you can relax those hips. Drawing the belly in with the inhale and the exhale, walking those fingertips out just a bit more, but press into the fingertips to try and set those hips back, deepening the stretch. And then walk the fingertips back towards the body. Take the other shin in front. Replant the hands. And let's walk it out again. Different hips. See if you notice the difference. Draw the core in. Keep the spine long. Walk the fingers out. Come on to your tented fingers now. Take the full breath. Draw the belly in. Press into those fingertips to set the hip bones back. So nice, tall, long spine. And then feel into the hips and see with the next couple breaths if you can just soften here. Let it go. Inhale draws the belly. Exhale, releases the body maybe a little bit more. And then gently inhaling, walk the hands back, get a nice tall spine. Bring the fingertips behind you. If you're using anything underneath your hips, just set it off to the side. Fingertips behind you, release the feet here more than hip distance apart. And we're just going to wash it out again, a windshield wiper. So nice and easy. Let the hips and let the back body roll with you here. So we're not going to stick those hips down. We're going to just roll through the sacrum. We're going to roll through the inner and external rotation of the hips. And at the same time that you press through the hands, maybe the chest lifts. Good. And that, my friends, will conclude today's hips practice. Thanks for joining. Namaste.